Why do men think it's appropriate to approach women in public who are actively engaged in something?
Like what?
Like, I went to the park yesterday to have a little fall picnic by myself for my birthday. Yeah, happy birthday, me. And
Well, it sounds like you're out in public. So he's coming up to you in public. He doesn't know that it's your birthday.
this man came up to me while I was reading a book and just started asking me questions.
Like what?
What's your favorite color? Do you like to dance? What's your favorite sport? Where are you from? How old are you?
Sounds like he's pulling teeth. He's trying to get to know you. He's trying to start a conversation with you. But because your social skills are trash, judging by this video, then you see it as he's just bothering me. He's just pestering me. No, he's trying to approach you. He's trying to pursue you. Women are going to sit up here and say, no men are approaching, but it'll be because of dumb videos like this saying, what is he doing? Why is he asking me all these questions? Because he's carrying the conversation at this point in time.
Are you single or married? In what universe is that appropriate?
On planet Earth, where humans, men specifically, go and find women that they want to marry and women that want to be married. But he wouldn't know that unless he came up to you.
Then he had the audacity to get a little snippy with me when he asked for my social media, and I said, sorry, I don't give that out to strangers.
Probably because he sensed you had an attitude, just like you do in this video. So
He's like, well, how are you going to make connections? I don't want to make a connection with you. Go away.
exactly. And he knows that now. But you modern women act so stupid, so snippy, so rude, so ignorant that you can't figure out why a man would want to be talking. And with this attitude, no man would want to, because you're silly. You act dumb.
I just can't ever imagine myself doing that. Like,
Well, you're a woman. So why would you be doing that? When traditionally it has been the man going up to the woman.
it's so bizarre.
And you just made that video for no reason. Dumb.
No, for real though, because I be telling my friends and stuff, I'm like, man, I hate being single, like, this sucks, whatever. But I really be the same that don't answer back. I don't text back, I don't Snapchat back, I'm horrible about it. It's the consequences of my own actions.
Can we just talk about that? Not one person, not one man on that train give up a seat for a woman. That would never happen in Liverpool where I'm from, you know? Like, just ask someone if you want a seat. Like, a woman's been stood up the whole journey, even if it's a half the journey. I'm not talking about me, but like an older woman. Just pisses me off.
Rejection is a man's biggest fear in dating. Many men will not approach a woman and ask her out on a date because he is afraid that she will reject him. Statistics show that 48 to 59% of single men between the ages of 18 and 40 have never asked a woman out on a date in the past year because of this fear. It is important that women are aware and try to understand this fear that men have so we can help foster relational success. If a man feels as though there's a chance he won't be rejected, he would be more inclined to approach you. It would be helpful to signal to a man interest. This is where body language comes in. Having an open and warm posture, looking at him in his eyes and smiling, and then kindly looking away. I believe that a man asking a woman out is the first opportunity he has to show her that he is a leader. Women do not respect passive men. However, it is okay for you as a woman to be the first one to strike up a conversation. It shows a warm presence and an openness, which could help him feel more comfortable to ask you out. There is unfortunately a judgmental culture surrounding this topic where I will hear women say, well, men just need to grow some fill in the blank. This isn't helpful when it comes to fostering healthy relationships. We should approach this with a compassionate, understanding perspective. That energy alone will make a guy not interested in pursuing you. Now that we have access to people by the touch of a button, men no longer have had the practice of approaching a woman in person and asking her out on a date like they did before cell phones. This is also why I believe addictions have increased, because men have access to women on these screens without having to earn her affections. People can now pay for attention without the possibility of rejection. The fear of rejection often stems from a deep-rooted desire for social acceptance and belonging. This is a human need. Depending on the negative or adverse experiences a person dealt with can really exacerbate the level of anxiety and fear in the body. Although women giving compassion and patience is necessary for the process, men also have to do the work to overcome this fear. If you are a man who struggles deeply with feelings of rejection, it's time that you stand up and start doing something about it. It is true that not every woman you ask out will say yes, but just try. There are many women who are also afraid to look in the direction of a guy she likes. She may become bashful and appear more closed off, but really she may be really into you. Feelings of rejection are painful, but the fruit on the other end can be so tasteful if you fight past the fear.
I appreciate that. I think sometimes there are some women out there that don't really understand how to market themselves in a way that is not suggestive. Yes, I will agree that men don't need to be looking at the adult sites, and I'm not going to make an excuse for that, but it would help. I like the way she says it would help if you would help a man out, if you would understand the dating culture today, society today, and continue to give that man reassurance. Come on, come. Yep, I got my line out there. Come on, I'm looking for you. I'm trying to reel you in. Come on, are you playing? No, I ain't playing. No, this ain't a joke. This is not a drill. Come on. But some modern women don't understand that. And even sometimes they don't understand how to do it. And so sometimes they use their makeup or the way they dress because that's how society told them it should be done. They don't know how to be feminine. They don't know how to be a woman. So they say, okay, I'm looking at what a man does. I'm looking at what a man likes. He likes to be ultra successful, have a lot of money. I'm that. Okay, I'll go do that. Hey, I got something to offer you. It seems like you like guys who like cars and big houses and money and all that other stuff in the big career. You want to be like them? I got that. So you can just be with me and I can take care of you. That's legit what some modern women think. I don't need all of that. I don't need all of the cars and the clothes and all of the other stuff. I would like you to be on par with me, obviously. In a perfect world, I'd like you to be above me because I want to learn something from you. But I see it as me giving you what you seem to idolize. And that's why they make the argument about men looking at women on these sites and on Instagram. And it's like, well, that seems to be what you want. I'm not that. And so sometimes I will admit that men confuse them in that way. So thank you, all in all, thank you for saying that. I would love to see a lot of women helping men, reassuring men, yep, you're going the right way. You're right on track. Come get me.
I have an urgent question for the girls. Ladies, how do we feel about men approaching us in person to initiate contact, ask us for our phone number, or ask us out on a date or get to know us? Because I have so many people in the comment section of my other video who are so opposed to that because they're so fearful of doing it organically. And I want to know from you girls, how do you feel about that? Me personally, I find it so attractive. I like it. I think men should be in their masculine energy approaching women and asking us out organically in person, looking at us in our eyes and wanting to get to know us. I think that's how it's always been from the history of time. And now we have online dating, and it's screwing up the dating market and the dating situation going on right now. And people just have so many options and they don't even have to put in any effort because all they do is scroll and slide in the DM saying, hey, what are you doing? Or whatever the case may be. So how do we feel about men approaching us in person? Clarify, I'm not asking whether you find him attractive or not. Let's take that out of the equation. I'm asking about the act of a man approaching you in person and asking you out. How do you feel about that?
Okay, I am not by any means saying that I'm a Victoria's Secret model, but I have to say, being a decently attractive girl or like cute girl, hot girl, whatever, professional, whatever, men never hit on me or approach me in real life. They will like me on dating apps, send me the roses, blah, blah, blah. Or if they find a way to somehow find me digitally, a lot of times they don't go in my DMs either. But like they never want to, or a lot of times people will reach out via a friend, like, oh, I'm interested in her, give her my number, instead of just finding me and DMing me. But today, I was sitting at a little place to have lunch in Tampa, Florida. There's so much damage to my accounts in the South Tampa area, so I was unable to finish my work day, and my day for tomorrow was canceled, so I'm heading back home. But I was sitting on a bench trying to figure out what I was going to do because I was frustrated, and I was just sitting there, and two guys walked past me, and one of them turned around. He goes, I am so sorry, but like, I saw you sitting here, you're smiling, it looks like you're trying to work, but like, I have to introduce myself to you because I think you are so pretty and you look so nice. Y'all, like, he wasn't weird, he was funny. Like, if more men had this energy and the way that they approach me, like, do you know how much better of a world we'd live in if like men approach women like that and were just nice? Like, and I ended up asking him, like, honestly, when guys walk past me, like, I'm assuming they're making fun of me or something. I don't know why they stare at me. And he literally was like, well, it's definitely not making fun of you. It's just such a confidence booster. And every time I go to Tampa, I feel like something nice happens to me like that. And St. Pete.
So to address the few comments that I got like this before I hop into work real quick, whistling at someone is not a compliment, and there are hundreds of women in the comments saying that. I don't understand how men can continuously ignore women's opinions and think that they're still going to get attention from them and that they're still going to get some type of good reaction. If a woman is saying they hate it, maybe you should listen to them and you would get more women's attention in a positive manner.
If you're a guy and you're having a hard time asking out girls and you're like, I'm just not attractive, so I can't walk up to any female and just like randomly ask them out because they're gonna say no because I'm not attractive. You guys, you have to understand that confidence is attractive, okay? Your looks are important, yes, but confidence is so attractive to a female. And courage as well. Do you know how many people just like walk up to random females on a random day? Not a lot, okay? So if you were that one person that does walk up to a female on a random day where she's just sitting outside or maybe in a coffee shop or like maybe at work, I don't know. If you just walk up to her and you're the only person in that entire day, she's gonna remember you. Like, do you understand that? Like, you were probably the only one that just walked up to her and she's gonna tell her friends and you'll be in the back of her head. It's like you planted a seed. Does that make sense? And the thing is, it's like the more people you randomly walk up to and just like start a conversation, the better your communication skills will get. And your confidence will start to increase because you're so used to it. It's like, oh, just another day, just another person I'm going to talk to. And it's like, you will also increase your chances of going on a date with someone that you also like. Does that make sense? I was getting a lot of comments on my past video with like all these guys saying like, well, you have to be attractive to do this, or like, this is BS, it doesn't work. Well, guess what? It's like, yeah, it's not gonna work if you don't believe it's gonna work. It's not gonna work if you believe you're not attractive. It's not gonna work if you think that just sitting in your house and like going on a ton of dating apps is gonna get you a girlfriend. Because guess what? It's probably like you've gone on so many dates with like so many low level, like low energy, no personality females, right? Because you're giving bare minimum effort, okay? And like, I know you probably don't want to hear this, but I'm just being totally honest. So all the males out there watching my videos, just know that you are confident. I know you're confident. And guess what? I know you have the balls to walk up to a female and just start a conversation. I know you can. And I know it's scary to be rejected, okay? I've even walked up to males before and tried to have a conversation, okay? And it's awkward when they're like, oh yeah, like they'll start to talk, or they'll just be like, yeah, so like my girlfriend says like this, and I'm like, okay, obviously they're dating another person, that's why they're bringing up the girlfriend. And then I'm like, okay, casually gonna like walk away, you know? And like that's a part of it. That's a part of like starting conversations and putting yourself out there. If you don't put yourself out there, you're never gonna get what you want in return. Does that make sense? You don't need me to tell you that, but I'm just reminding you, okay? That at least from me, like from my perspective, okay, confidence is so attractive, okay? And if you believe that you are confident and you have courage and you have the balls and you are attractive, like physically, then walk up to a female and just see what happens, okay? I just want to like encourage more like natural communication and natural, like, you know, walking up to people and asking people on dates and just seeing what happens there, because the dating apps are dead. The dating apps, like, before we went over, you waste so much time. Even if you like drop money into these dating apps and you like pay to get someone to go on a date with, they could end up being trash as well. So I'm just trying to encourage everyone to know that just don't be so hard on yourself in terms of looks, okay? Because confidence is everything, okay? And it's the way that you treat the female. Okay, like people always remember you based on how you make them feel. Okay, so just keep that in mind and don't be so hard on yourself. Okay, I love you. Bye.
You know what I noticed? As an attractive woman, when I go outside, they don't holler at me. And it's like, you would think that, right? Like you would think that, okay, like guys would come up to me and like try to talk to me. I'm not saying that it never happens, but it's actually a lot less than you think. Like the only time that I really, really get hollered at like more than once going outside is if I don't have any makeup on. And for a long time, I thought that, okay, it's because nobody wants me. Like nobody wants me. It's fine. Nobody wants me. Nobody wants to talk to me. It's cool. But that's not the case. I'm realizing as I get older and as I talk to different people that it's not that they don't want me. It's that they think that I would never give them a chance. Or maybe that I mean, or that I don't know. Or they think that there are so many guys trying to come after me that, oh, they don't want to like stand in line type stuff. But there is no line. There is no line. And so everybody is thinking that, oh yeah, I have no chance. She's there. So nobody talks to me. I don't know. I don't know if people are like scared. Scared of little old Meg. I don't know. Because another thing that I noticed is that when I give someone attention or like I spark up the conversation or I talk to somebody, I always receive the attention back. Like they always like are interested in me. So it's like you seen me, but you were too pretty to say something. And that's what it's giving. Same thing with, you know how haters will like hide behind the screen? I get so much love, so much compliment online, but they are loving me online because there's a screen. They're not in my face like saying these things. Like people don't usually say these things to me in public. I don't know. It was just an observation I made. I think it's kind of interesting. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think it is? Am I unapproachable? Am I unapproachable? I think I am a very nice person, and that I do think that I'm beautiful visually, but like I don't think that I give, yeah, I'm about to bite your face off. Like it's not giving man-eater.
Do you think has it harder in dating, girls or guys?
Guys have it harder.
I kind of do too.
Yeah. I think being a girl, you have such a pool of options. Guys, though, no rejection more than anybody else, and they instill it in their blood, and they know how to take rejection. Most of them. Guys are the ones that actually have to like break down the wall sooner, so that the girl does see his true self and does see his value. Yeah. They don't want to be that vulnerable, but they kind of have to be to get a girl's attention and emotionally connect. And it's just like this weird in between that guys can never really seem to get on the right right level. We dehumanize guys sometimes with emotions. If like I don't want to talk to you anymore, my brain will do a switch.
Like you're just like, oh, they're done. They're gone.
Yeah, but like that person has feelings.
Yeah.
And like it's hard for them because how are they supposed to build a connection if like girls are just throwing them out the window every 5 seconds?
Absolute waste of time. So boring, Jesus. Nothing about him.
Understand that you're not approaching women in person because you believe that in approaching a woman, you're scared, you're worried that you're going to come across as creepy. Now here's something that I want to share with you, and I know that in me sharing this, a lot of men are going to disagree with me, and I'm okay with that. Truth that I see as a woman in the work that I do with women, having friends, having female family members, is that they do like to be approached. They do enjoy a man approaching them. But there is a big but to this. It's how you approach a woman. That's where there's a big misunderstanding here. Because the way that you're approaching women at times is, yes, coming across as creepy. The reason it's going to come across as creepy at times is because you're not giving her enough physical space, for example. Say that you approach a woman in a bar, in a supermarket, wherever, and in you approaching her, you're not giving her enough physical space. If you're not giving her enough physical space, then you're not giving her the freedom to leave the interaction if she chooses to at any given moment. So she's going to feel really boxed in. She's going to feel like an animal in a cage that can't escape. Of course, you're going to come across as creepy. The second point is context. If you're approaching a woman in an empty train station, bus station, of course, there is going to be space in her mind to start thinking, who is this man? Why is he approaching me when there's no one else around, when it's getting dark, etc., etc. It's also about the place that you come from. So if in approaching her, you're telling yourself that this needs to go a certain way, she needs to speak to me in a way that is favorable to me, she needs to give her number to me, she needs to agree to go out on a date with me, etc., then of course, again, you're going to come across as creepy. So if you're giving her enough physical space to leave the interaction, if you don't have anything on the interaction, you're not coming across as desperate or needy, then it's going to allow her to feel safe enough to have a conversation with you and at least entertain the idea of whether she would be interested to get to know you. So in her mind, not labeling you as creepy and wanting to leave the interaction immediately. I know a lot of men struggle when it comes to women, which is why I'm writing a dating guide for men. This is going to help you get to the root of why you have the experiences that you have with women, and it all comes down to how you feel about yourself, the thinking and beliefs that you have about yourself. If you'd like a copy, send me a message and I'll get a copy sent out to you.
A video of a girl talking about how she had to delete Hinge, the dating app, because it was affecting her confidence. I second that. Because like once a week, I'll go and see who like liked my Hinge photos or maybe commented, see if there's any like potential, and it always just makes me sad. For the most part, I consider myself a fairly attractive person. Maybe not right now, I'm not really in my element. This is my like stay at home, no one sees me look today.
Right.
But when I see the guys who are liking my photo, I'm like, what do I look like? What do I look like that these guys think we would ever match or be compatible, okay? Because I am only attracting unattractive men on Hinge. They're all unattractive, okay? And it makes me start thinking, wait a minute, if all these men are unattractive on Hinge who like me, if I'm attracting unattractive men, am I unattractive? You know, and you start second guessing yourself. I know I'm not the only girl who feels this way. And for the girlies who are in a relationship with an attractive man, keyword attractive man, where did you find him? Just curious. Would love to know. Please comment down below where you found him, because they're definitely not on Hinge. And it's either that or maybe I'm just lesbian and I don't know yet.
The maybe lesbian comment. You still have to be attracted to the person regardless of if it's a man or a woman. And I like the comment that you made about maybe I'm not as attractive. Maybe I'm not as attractive as I first thought I was. It's a humbling experience, isn't it? Yeah, same. I can raise my hand and say, you know what? I'll be out here thinking I'll be doing it, especially after I get my fresh cut, and then I get humbled. And so I take that humility that somebody just put me in and said, you know what? I don't feel bad about myself, but maybe just maybe, I'm not all that I'm cracked up to be. And this is what men have to go through on a daily basis. They don't have makeup, so they can't say things like, well, I'm not dressed up right now. There's not another layer that they can put on. Sure, they can put on a suit and that would greatly help. They can go get their hair cut, obviously shower, shave, brush teeth, all those hygienic stuff. But in terms of like completely transforming your face like makeup does, they don't have that option. So you get to say little silly stuff like, oh, I'm in my house. Look where I just got my hair pulled back. And I don't have any makeup on. So you're not seeing me, the fake me. You're seeing the real me. I've got a level of fakeness that I can go to, right? Men can't say that. So men have to, okay, I'm not good at this. Let me go to that. But women can live in delusion for literally decades, and then in the middle and in the end of those decades, wonder why they haven't found a man.
Now, one of the craziest things I've heard is that a lot of attractive women hardly get approached. And I'm gonna be the first person to say that is absolutely true. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people say to me, like, I know they be on you. No, they don't. I know you got a lot of men. No, they don't. No, they don't. I hardly get approached. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. And it's not that I care, because I don't date anyway, but I really think that a lot of men have given up on loving women wholeheartedly and doing the whole seeking and getting to know you and pursuing you and stuff. I really feel like a lot of them have given up on that because they loved or poured love into the wrong woman, right? And that could be exhausting, I'm pretty sure. However, now they're looking for, instead of love, relief. And we all know how they like to be relieved. So if a woman who looks like it's not going to be easy for you to get what you're looking for out of her, he's passing her up. Like, because I want to, like, men aren't stupid. Don't ever believe that men are stupid. They're logical thinkers. They think more with logic than anything. And they're very smart. So they already can plan it out in their head of what's going to happen before it happens. They already know how they want it to go before it goes. So if he sees in that woman that, nah, she's going to give me a challenge and I'm going to have to actually get to know this woman, and I don't want to do that because I don't want to give love no more, then he's passing her up. But the one whom, is dressing provocatively, she doesn't have much self-respect, and she's all out there with it, that's the one he's going to shower with compliments. That's the one he's going to go seek. That's the one he's going to go try to run game on, and he know he's going to get it. Like, he know he's going to get it because of who she portrays herself to be. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Y'all can let me know what y'all think.
Advice for 25-year-old plus-size woman who is going out but not getting approached by guys only want S. Okay. Well, okay, so if you're a plus-size woman and you're 25 years old, first of all, you're young. Second of all, where are you going? Because let me ask y'all a question. Where are you going? And what time of day are you going? Because the only people that approach you and want, what you have, that's only in a very social, like, party-like setting. So that means either you're going to the bar or the club. You shouldn't be going to the bar or the club looking for responsible, financially responsible men. You need to be going to different places during the day on the rich side of town, like I just explained earlier. Get out of the bars, get out of the clubs. And men will not approach you in that fashion because that's what they are there for in the first place. Okay, when men want to find a woman to get busy with, where do they go? The bar or the club? So don't go to the bar or the club.
And that's what y'all be exhibiting in these types of settings. Behavior that would make a man want to do that. Dancing, gyration in a way that would make a man see you in that light and then wonder why a man objectifies you. Is because you put yourself in a position to be seen that way. That's it. You need to, and you don't even have to go to the rich side of town. You can pick a place to be where it's less likely that a man is going to view you like that. Activities that you can do where you can find a man that's like, oh man, you're into this? Man, me too. Hey, how about we get a drink? Hey man, how about we go to tacos? How about we go get some tacos? Hey man, you're not trying to go to these wine and dine things. You want to do something nice, but it doesn't have to break the bank. You want to find something that you both like, that you can both enjoy, and sit down and say, so what are you into, man? What do you like? Well, I'm watching this show on Netflix right now. Oh, man, I like that show. Man, we got to. And that spurs ideas, because while you're eating tacos, that makes you laugh, or whatever you like to eat, that makes you laugh, that gives you excitement, and that creates that what women are looking for, that spark. That's what they're looking for. Hey, man, we need to get together and do a movie night. Hey, we can do that at my place. However you feel comfortable. Hey, you gonna bring the wine or whatever you want to bring. You bring the drinks. I got the food. We're gonna do takeout. What you like, and that's gonna motivate a man to want to do for you, because you're giving him that energy back. Most men are not going to talk about it. They're not going to say it, but they do actually work off your energy. That's why in some of these clips, when a woman is sitting up there, I think it's actually the first clip of this video. Why are you coming up to me? Why are you asking me that question? Because I'm trying to pull out information from you to see if there might be some chemistry. I'm trying to create a spark. That's what happens when a man has to go fishing. That's what happens when a man has to go hunting. He has to lay traps. He has to set things where animals might be attracted. And when they come, boom, okay, what do you like? Where do you like to go? Why am I doing this? Because I'm going to take that information and I'm going to try to give you what you want. But you sit here being stupid in the park, acting silly. Oh, I don't know why you talk today. Got a stupid look on your face, got your mouth all twisted up, looking silly, looking crazy. No man's going to want to approach that. They're going to say, this woman does not need to be approached. There's nobody. Oh, well, I really wanted him to. He don't want to approach you either, because he just saw what that man went through. Why would he want to be a part of that? Start going to places that you want to be around, that you frequent, hobbies, so you can find somebody that's doing the same thing, strike up a conversation, and you can even do it online. That's what online dating is about. That's what apps are about. Okay, he does this, and I can get in there. I want to see what that's about. Okay. And then you have a phone conversation after that. You say, okay, how's it go? Hey, man, and you can be honest. I'm a little nervous about this, but let's see where it goes. That's how you help each other to let down your guard, to let down those walls, because you're honest. You don't have to be honest or vulnerable in the way of like, my baby daddy really hated me and I hated him, and you don't have to do all that other nonsense, or man, I'm just broken from 10 years of high school. Fix that. Do something with that. But hey, man, I'm really nervous about that. I'm just kind of trying to see how it goes, but I'm really wanting to find somebody. I'm really wanting to find my person that likes to do X, Y, and Z. Man, I like to go bowling. So what about you? And you guys just sit and listen and learn about each other. And if it's a match, it's a match. If it's not, well, I had a good time with you. Hey, I appreciate that. And I'll tell you this, most guys, if you are genuinely interested in being there, even if it doesn't work out, most men are gentlemen, and they'll say, you know, hey, don't worry about it. I got it. Hey, I appreciate you coming out, because you gave them something that they don't really do a lot. And that's go out and just talk and have a good conversation. I'll be so focused on work. I'll be so focused on grinding and making myself better that I don't stop and really do a lot of this. So this is an experience that I'll pay for. But if modern women don't understand that, how are they going to get a man that actually wants to take care of them? You're not. But that's just my opinion. Into the next video. I'm out.